Welcome back. Let's continue to introduce the supplementary structures of found muscles. They consist of the four kinds of the structure: the fissure, the synovial bursa, the tendinous sheath, and the sesamoid bone. Let's introduce them one by one. The fissure. The fissure including the superficial fissure and the deep fissure. Because the superficial fissure beneath the skin, so it's also named the subcutaneous layer or subcutaneous fissure. It contains the superficial vein and cutaneous nerves. And then the superficial fissure envelop the bodies and then contain the lots of the adipose tissue. Another one is the deep fissure. The deep fissure is deep to the superficial fissure like this one, and almost don't contain the adipose tissue. And then it protrudes to the group of the muscles. It also separates the muscles one by one. This is the deep fissure. And then their function to make the muscles is move separately. And then sometimes it's connected with the periosteum and then from the septum, like the intermuscular septum, like this one and this one. And then it's separated the muscles as 2 or 3 groups. This is department and department, and limited the muscles movement in this department. In some part it's thickened and from the retinaculum. And then the synovial bursa, this one is we introduce it the joint or the synovial joint, the synovial bursa, as the synovial membrane protrude to the outer side is from the synovial bursa. And then the tendinous sheath. The tendinous sheath a little bit like the articular capsule, only distributed foot and hand. And then it contains the 2 layers at the tendinous sheath, the fibrous layer and the synovial layer. And then the fibrous layer is tightly connected with the periosteum of the finger. And then synovial layer surround the inner surface of the fibrous layer and the outer surface of the tendon. And then between the tendon and the finger is the mesotendinium, and then have the blood vessels passing through the mesotendinium. When the movement gradually, the mesotendinium only remain a small part, and in this small part of the blood vessels is passing through. This is the tendinous sheath, the limited tendon near to the finger. The sesamoid bone is distributed 2 parts. One is bared weight, like in our foot or our hand. And then the another one is change the power direction, like the patellar. And this is the sesamoid bone. And then let's see, the police describe the composition of the supplementary structures of the muscle, including the 4. And then if you can remember the more, you can write down. Otherwise, write down the 4 name is okay. The supplementary structures of the muscle.